Hello, it's Dawn Michelle from Boho Tarot, and today I have a quick unboxing video for you of the Flowers of Night Oracle by Cheralyn Darcey. And this is a Rockpool Publishing deck, and it comes in this beautiful box. This is a deck that, look at this gorgeous green inside. Love that. This is a deck that was on my wish list for a really long time, and it's one of those that I don't know why it took me so long to get it. I love the black and white with the pops of color that we're going to see throughout this deck. I think that's really beautiful. Maybe I just needed to wait to the right time of year. Apparently there's an app for Rockpool Publishing, has a little guidebook, which we'll take a look at the end. And here's the beautiful cards. And they have this gorgeous moon back. We'll go ahead and move in so we can see the cards. And I love the colors in this. It is a little bit glossy, as you can tell. And I probably will be edging this deck in black just to finish that off nicely. But it's a really nice cardstock, despite the fact that it is a little bit glossy. But what I really like is these very minimalistic drawings on the black background with these bright pops of color, which hopefully are showing up on camera, because they look absolutely gorgeous. And I'm really excited to work with this deck because I like to pair my lighter decks with darker oracles and vice versa. And I don't have a ton of dark oracles. So dark is in terms of their color palette and their tone, not so much in terms of their message, but I think that this will be a beautiful one for this. So let's take a quick peek through the cards. So here we have acceptance with the evening primrose, beautiful. Achievement, affinity. So as you can probably tell, for the most part, the flowers are more prominent front and center, which I think is great. And the flower name is on the bottom of the card. And then we have an animal, or I don't think they're all animals, but we have an animal or a symbol that goes along with each of the cards, which is really interesting. Kelly from the Truth and Story did a absolutely wonderful walkthrough of this deck. So if you want to see it in really great detail, check out her video because it's really good. So here we have Awaken, Awareness, Moonflower Vine. Look at that beautiful moonflower. And I believe these are, if I remember correctly from the video, Kelly's video, these are like the standing stones. So again, really gorgeous imagery. So here we have Balance with the chocolate flower. And again, more of this kind of sacred type landscape in the background. Celebration. Challenge. The dragon fruit and the bat there. And I believe the moon does feature prominently on most of the cards. So here we have Change with Darwin's Orchid, and then we have the Comet. Perfect is that. Clarity, Sea Moonflower, the Death Head Moth. Love this one. It's just gorgeous. Commitment, the Wolf's Evening Primrose, and of course we have the wolf. It's just beautiful. Communication, an owl. Compassion, it's another moth. Creation, death. Again, we have another bat. Depth, that's a good word. I like that word. Devotion with the royal lily, and we have like what looks to be a jaguar in the background here. So again, I like that the flowers are front and center. Here we have Emotions, and we do see that the bird here in this one is more in the foreground, but the flowers are definitely what catches your eye. Here we have Focus, the owl, it's beautiful. Freedom, so I think that's a little sloth maybe, really cute. Hope, here we have the moon in the background and the bird, love that. The Lady of the Night. Influence. Intention, intimacy, intuition, the desert thorn apple, and we have the big hair with the big ears. How cute is he in the cactus? Just gorgeous little cards. The artwork, again, like I said, it's very simple, but it's very detailed and it's very deep, I think. Motivation, Opportunity, the night blooming jasmine, so pretty. Passion, patience, the Japanese wisteria. Again, we have the, I don't know if that's a moth or a bee or what kind of bug that is, but we have the bug that's front and center. But really, the star of the card really still is the flowers, which I think is really beautiful. Pleasure. Power. Really like this card with the snakes. I do not like snakes. I don't do snakes. But I like snakes in terms of their symbology, and I love snakes on my cards. Just don't like them in real life. Gorgeous card, though. Preserve with the silver ghost. Protection. Again, we see the moon featuring quite prominently in some of these cards, which I really like. Purpose. Readiness. Release. Restore. I think that one's really beautiful. The rain lily. Sensitivity. Sensuality. Of course, this is the image that's on the box. Very pretty. Strength. The Rose of Mexico. It's a gorgeous card. And transformation. Understanding. Visualization. I really like that one. I love this big full moon that we see here in the back. I think, is it the same moon? I think it's the same moon that's on the back of the card. I love that. Love the backs of these cards too. And wisdom with the night orchid. How beautiful is that? So really gorgeous deck. I love the colors. I love that black, that dark, dark black background with that pop of color and that predominant white. I think that's really beautiful. It's, you know, got a great cardstock as well. Let's go ahead and give it a shuffle. Whoops. Make a little more room. Shuffles really well. Rockpool has been doing a really great job with their cards. I wish they were a little bit more matte, but you know, they work really well this way as well. Getting some fingerprints on them already though. So we have visualization, awaken. I love that card. And sensitivity. How beautiful are those? Look at those gorgeous cards. And I'm going to flip them around this way so we can still see those beautiful backs because I love the backs. So let's take a quick peek inside the guidebook. So we have the dedication, table of contents, and introduction. Come into the garden of the night. So it's a beautiful little bit about her creation of this oracle deck. Talks about the artwork. So this is by the same illustrator. So this is the third flower oracle deck. And her first two were the Australian wildflower reading cards and the flower reading cards. So it's beautiful. I don't have either one of those decks, but I might have to get them after checking this one out. And it talks about how to use the deck. It talks about what a flower reading is. Although I think you could totally use this just as an oracle. So we have the Night Garden Oracle Walk. That is interesting. That is a 7-card oracle spread. I do not often do full spreads with an oracle deck, but I might have to give that one a try because that one looks pretty cool. So here we have the moon cycle oracle spread and a full moon oracle spread. And of course you could use these with like tarot too. You don't have to specifically keep them to this deck. So looks like for all of them we have a black and white image of the card, a little bit about it. The title, the card name, I'm guessing the scientific name. We have a little divinatory entry here, an affirmation, and some keywords. Looks like we have those for all of the cards. Just beautiful. And we have a glossary in the back, which is kind of nice. It tells you a little bit about some of those flower names you might be seeing throughout the book, and a bibliography and about the author. Let's So yeah, gorgeous little book. I love that it's the same size as the box. I mean, you know me, I tend to like to make bags for my or for my decks, but this one comes in a really great box, fits the cards beautifully, so that one I will probably be keeping in its box. So yeah, just so gorgeous oracle deck. I'm really excited to work with this one. I just wanted to pop on and show you guys. I mean, I know that this is it's a deck that has been out for a while. It's gone on and off my wish list many times, and then I finally just decided that, yeah, I need some darker oracles in terms of tone and color, palette, that kind of thing. And this one just really, you know, fits that bill perfectly. I think it's going to go wonderfully with a lot of my decks, because that is how I tend to use my oracles, is in conjunction with my tarot. So I'm really excited to give this one a try with some different tarot decks and see how they work together, how they converse. So I decided to just go ahead and jump right in, and I'm gonna go ahead and edge this deck because I'm just excited to. And I wanted to do it like this color green. So I thought I'd just pop in here and check out some of the green markers that I have, because although, you know, black would look stunning, of course, I'm just feeling like I want to pull in the green from the box, and green is definitely a prominent color in this deck. So I thought that would be really cool, especially since I have a lot of decks that I've edged in black. So, you know, just to do something different, I'm going to do this one in green. So I thought we'd just have a quick little play before I actually edge it, because I do have a couple of different options for green markers. So I thought we'd take a look and see which ones might work. So I have this one, which is a Crayola, and that's not quite as, this is like a lime green. It's not quite as, whatever color green that is, like an olive green. I don't know if I even have a marker that's olive green. That's way too green. Yeah, I'm thinking this one. I was hoping to use a Crayola, but I'm thinking this one might be a better match. But also, check it out. I found these metallic markers. I can figure out how to open them. So there's some metallic Crayolas, and there is a green in here. I have no idea how these are going to work, or if they're even going to work. But I thought, you know what? We'll give them a try. Let's just put it on some paper and see what happens. That is kind of funky. Can you see that? I'll pull those into the shot so you can see them. So the metallic is pretty cool. We might have to find something to do with that. Really doesn't match for this deck, so I think, because I'm kind of trying to match the box here, I think I'm going to be going with the mild liner green. So this one, which I have to say really doesn't surprise me a whole lot, because I tend to really like the mild liner colors. So anyway, I just thought, you know, we'd have a little play with some color. I'm going to go ahead and edge the deck, and then we'll check in and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So here, let's just do a quick before. Missed some of the cards. So we have the fronts, which are black, and the backs, which are black, but I'm going to do, you know, the non-traditional bold thing, and I'm going to go with the green. So wish me luck. We'll see how it turns out. So I thought we'd just do a quick check-in. I have edged about half of the deck, and it's been, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. So you can see here, I guess a little less than half. So I thought I'd just show you kind of how it's coming along. I think the color match is pretty good. I mean, it's not quite the same color, but it's pretty close. The box looks a little bit more yellow on camera. But anyway, I think it looks pretty good so far. So I have, you know, this much left of the deck to do. But I do kind of like it in the green. It just gives it kind of that little pop. You can see it gets that nice green on the edge. And when we turn it this way, like it just gets that nice green pop on the edge versus the white that, you know, maybe just doesn't look quite so finished. I mean, again, edging is totally personal preference. But you can see just kind of that little pop of green, which I think just adds a little bit to the deck. So I am really liking the way that it's turning out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up. I thought I'd just check halfway in between, because if I didn't like the green, I could always go over it again with black. So start with my lighter color and then work my way darker if I need to. But I do really like the way this is coming out. I think it matches the box and the green accents fairly well. Again, like I said, it's not quite an exact color match, but it's pretty dang close enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of these cards, and then we'll come back and I'll check in with you and we'll see the finished product. Okay, I am back and I have finished the rest of the deck. Check it out. I think it looks pretty awesome. So you get that nice pop of green there, both ways. Look at that. That's cool. That so makes me happy. So this took me, I don't know, I want to say 45 minutes, maybe an hour at most. I wasn't exactly timing it, but there aren't, you know, it's an oracle, so there's not that many cards in this box. I don't know if it says. I didn't even look. I don't know, and I'm not going to count them. Anyway, so yeah, look, doesn't that just look cool? I just think that looks so cool. And this is why I love edging decks, because like now it's very personal. I've spent some time with these cards. I've made them kind of my own, you know, given them a little bit of personality, which I really like. And I think that green just looks really awesome on there. I do want to mention that, you know, I used the, if I can zoom in on it here, the mild liner in this green. And you will see that when you do, hopefully if I can bring that in real close, maybe if I can focus on it here. It does pretty much eat through your marker. So I really need to get a set. You can see that I was edging it clearly on that side, and this side still looks pretty good. You definitely get some chewed up markers when you do that, and this is of course a marker that I also use in my journaling, so I probably need to get a set of these specifically for edging, because I do like to use the mild liners because they stay really well. The colors are really great. And the excess that's on the front of the back, I don't know if you can even see that because it's green on this blue, but this little bit that I wiped off is the excess because I edged the deck, and then you guys have seen probably I go around it like this so that I get any excess off the front and back, so I don't get any bleed. And I didn't do it on camera because it's the same process that I've done in a lot of my modifications when I'm just edging a deck. So anyway, that I think came out really well. Did kind of kill my marker a little bit, but that's okay. I've actually edged, I want to say like 3 decks in this marker so far, and I use it for journaling, so it's holding up pretty well. And I think it matches the insides pretty well as well. So that actually does bring us to the end. Thank you so much for checking out this unboxing and impromptu edging of the Flowers of the Night Oracle. I hope you enjoyed this video and will join me again soon for more creative tarot for inspired life.